Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And in today's video, we're going to look inside Masterbooks World History. So if you don't know anything about us, my son is a rising 10th grader and this is what we've picked for our history for the next school year. So if you're looking for something for high school, you may want to check this out. So we're going to look inside at a couple of the chapters. We'll look at the notebook with the pages that the students work on, and then we'll talk about some other things. So let's look inside of world history. So when you order this, you're going to get the student book, and then you also get, it's like the teacher guide, but I had just copied the front for my son to make him one. So this says student, but when you purchase it, you're going to want the student text and the teacher's guide. You'll need them both. If you want the worksheets and the answer keys, you're going to need to purchase them both. This is the revised edition. I see the older one at a lot of the used bookstores, but this is the revised edition. It does have colored pages. And I think they changed some of the student workbook pages as well. So you probably want to pick up the revised edition. So we'll look at this one first, and then we'll look inside of here. All right, so this is the student text here. You've got your table of contents. So you start from in the beginning and you go all the way down to the present tilt. There's a glossary, forms of government, and then comparative worldview. So you're covering, you've got Egypt. I see all kinds of different history from Japanese, Persian, Chinese, German, Scandinavian, African. You've got the Middle Ages, the Crusade, the Renaissance, European wars, the Enlightenment. I mean, there are so many things that you're covering within this book. And then at the beginning of all of these, you have a chapter overview to let you know what you're covering in the chapter. Readers should be able to, so almost like some goals by the time they're finished with this chapter, and then people, places, and principles that you're covering in this chapter. You can also see a lot of this on Masterbooks' website. They do a wonderful job of providing samples of all their curriculum. So if you need to see it more up close, then definitely go and check it out, because you can look at the teacher's guide and the book if you go on Masterbooks' website. So this is the in the beginning chapter. Your lesson 1, so this says Genesis and So Noted. So this is the book that you can purchase alongside of it. I purchased just the download of it, and I'm trying to think of where I put the pages. I have the pages printed out, and I accidentally threw them away. So I got these out of the garbage can really quick to be able to show you. Sorry if you hear my dog clicking around. She wants to come be on video too. So this is kind of what So Noted looks like, and I don't know if we're going to use it or not, but it is something that kind of goes along with it, and it's scheduled in on one of the days. But this is what it looks like, and you can get a better look of it, like I said, on the Masterbooks website. So this is the book here, and so this would be your whole first lesson here. You'd read through this, and then look how quickly you're already at lesson 2. So this is perfect for my son. He does not need long, drawn-out history lessons with a ton of reading, because with his ADHD, he is going to zone out. And so I love the fact that these are to the point and tells him the things he needs to know without being too wordy. That's what I appreciate about this one. So this one is a little bit longer, but I do like the colored pictures. And then you're at lesson 3 about Mesopotamia and religion, and that's really just what it looks like. So we're already at the next unit or next chapter with your chapter overview. Readers should be able to, and then people and places. You have a little timeline at the bottom, and this is how it goes throughout the entire book. So if you have a child that just needs something that's short and sweet and gets the point across, then I definitely recommend Masterbooks. We have really fallen in love with Masterbooks. It's not something that we had actually used very, very often, and we actually fell in love with it this past year, and so that's why we want to use it the next year. So let's go a little further back. We'll just flip to 15. Here's German history, and so this is covered through, and then you have Charlemagne and Frederick the Great and Otto von Bismarck, Worldviews and Philosophies of Germany. And then you've got Scandinavian history, Viking life, which I think my son will really enjoy. So This is how this whole entire book is set up. So let's look at what you would get in the teacher's guide. Now, like I said, I did just copy the cover off the student notebook. That's why this says student. But if you purchase the teacher's guide, it's obviously going to say teacher's guide. I ended up doing the digital download of this. I'm not sure why, because getting the book, the great thing about Masterbooks is all their pages are perforated, so you can tear them out. So I don't know why I did the PDF, but here we are. So when you get this, and I went ahead and took out the scope and sequence for the world history. So I actually have the page. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is what the teacher's guide looks like. And so it's going to say teacher's guide. This is recommended for 10th through 12th grade, but I think you know your child best, so you can decide, how you use it. Then you have how this course has been developed. So it's 36 chapters. It has 4 lessons based on the student book. There are quarterly exams, what the student is responsible for. It tells you how to grade. And then there is some research, a research note. This tells you how to use the teacher guide. It tells you about that they will be reading So Noted by Dr. Henry Morris. It's all 600 of the study notes for Genesis from the Henry Morris Study Bible. So you have an explanation of that, and then your course objectives. And then just like all the other Masterbooks things, you have your suggested daily schedule. And you can see like So Noted. I tried to make sure that I wrote where So Noted was used. I don't know if we're going to use that or not. We may just go ahead and do the next lesson. So just like all the other Masterbooks things, there are they always have these little schedules here. So I put that in my teacher binder. So let's look at the notebook. So this is what he will use. This is the day 1, chapter 1, lesson 1. This is his assignment. And then day 2, I love that it's laid out like that. It's really easy for me to write in his planner exactly what he needs to do. And so you have multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, and short answer. We've been down the route of trying to do narration, and that's just not something he does very well with. He just responds better to this type of layout, showing what he knows that way. And then we do a lot of discussion also. And so it's pretty much, as you can see, set up the same way. And then day 5 looks a little different because you can do some scripture notes and some commentary notes as well. And then you're right back to, your true, false, your short answer. I'm not sure why that page is printed like that, but there you go. This is creating a worldview. Then you do have some fill in the blank. So as you can see, it looks pretty much the same. You read the lesson, you answer a couple of questions. You could always add videos and things like that to it if you have a child who likes things like that needs some of the extra stuff added onto it. And then I wanted to show you, I'm pretty sure I put in the first test, I believe. Yes. So you go through day 44, you're going through chapter 9, lesson 4, and that will get you to the quarterly exam. And so if you're having to keep grades or show proof of progress, all those things, you'll want to do this. So this is the quarterly exam, and I put that in here. It's not a lot to it, but you could also do some narration questions if you wanted to, and you could skip this completely. But I only went through the first quarter because I don't like to overwhelm him. And then once we're through with that, I'll make him another book for the next quarter. All right. So that was the flip through for world history from Masterbooks. Let me know if you have any questions about this down in the comments below, or you can share with me what you're thinking about using for high school for world history. I also have a playlist of all of our picks for 10th grade. So if you're interested in that, you can check out that playlist. And as always, thank you so much for watching.